Hello everyone and welcome to Ryoma Reacts. This is a weekly show where I react to patron submitted videos, and the first video we're going to be watching today is from V Mika, and it is a new character announcement, Fischl Can't Lose Just Yet. So this is a character that we just unlocked in the playthrough we're doing of Genshin Impact, so it's kind of exciting to see what these announcements look like. Something that I wasn't privy to at all when it came to Genshin. Like, I just literally did not have like any frame of reference for this. I love the design. I love Fischl's design. My little garden Mondstadt. She calls Mondstadt her garden. See, like, maybe I'm like seeing her as well. I like my impression of her, like, just looking at her was just like, I called her the girl who just randomly would bite you. You know? Jesus Christ. Yeah, apparently she's like very powerful. Thank God, like, the ones that are really powerful are really good designs. You know? Because that's why I'm picking them. Cool nails as well. She's telling Catherine about the whole thing. Wait, Amy? Who's... Is her real name Amy? Is that what we're getting here from this? Is that what we're getting here? That was really cool though. Like, it's always nice seeing those things after so long. After like, not for so long, after like already seeing the characters themselves, because it actually like makes me you know, I don't know, like, appreciate them more. I think it's always cool seeing like what I love to do with trailers, even like I watch video game trailers after I finish the video game, and it's like, oh wow, like that was a thing, or that's what they were advertising, or that's how they advertise this character. That's really cool. I can't wait to use more of that character as well, to be honest. This next video is sent in by Pokegirl, and it is the Danganronpa abridged thing, episode 1. I wonder if it is like, me and Pokegirl have talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged before, so this actually might be interesting to see.
Makoto Naigi, and I'm a new student here at Hope Speak
Makoto.
Academy. I'm just your everyday teenager who was lucky enough to be invited to this prestigious school. I'm going to take this opportunity by the horns and bravely face every
This is
trial
very
that
much an
comes
abridged
my-
voice.
Oh wait, what? Who the hell are you?
Well, if you're done monologuing, my name's Monokuma. I'm half hope and half despair. Despair. You get
Wait,
it?
is that why the black and white is the...
I don't care. Go talk to those other losers.
Wait, what are
Is
you
that why
talking about?
Monokuma's black and
You
white?
people.
Would you stop your screaming, you penniless vermin? You're damaging the esteemed ears of Byakuya Togami.
Oh god.
See, that's my name.
Super
Also
duper high
acknowledging
school
that thing,
prick.
okay.
Yeah.
So, brah, told me you were a common predicament.
But he's a bum.
Me some money.
Yes, this meeting reminds me of a video game. I like video games. Do you like video games?
Yeah,
Refuse
I
to
like video
associate
games.
with you if you don't.
Do not listen to such poison. Games are not welcome in a school environment. This is a place of grave seriousness. Do you not agree,
You're
classmates?
scaring me.
Fear is not welcome in a school environment.
OMG.
like,
do you have to, talk about, school environments?
Airhead.
all the
Man,
time?
if only we knew.
So, lame, not to be a bother,
At this moment,
Oh,
I was
no,
aware of
no.
how adorable this girl was, and how me wanting to hit that was both totally acceptable and something I'd never regret.
Oh, there's no need to bother with such trifles. We should
High school
simply make ourselves
hellspawn.
comfortable and
You know what?
adapt to our new
It's still the most relatable character in the whole
environment.
game, from start to finish.
Go with that. Those iron walls don't scare me. I'm sure if I hit him a bunch, it'll solve
Nita's
our problems.
violence?
Yes, that is my answer to everything.
I was gonna say. Anyway, dude, I'm
It's Leon.
and I.
That's not you. Hi,
Oh.
I'm Allie
Donut,
Hudson.
no, yeah, I love
I like
Asahina so much.
sports and donuts, and that's it.
Well, you're well-rounded, aren't you?
Like a donut?
Asahina, do not make a fool of yourself.
Here's the
in front
thing
of the
though,
newcomer.
like, I always call out like when jokes don't
I
make
see you
sense
two are
in these
follower of
jokey things. I
glorious
understand they are just jokes.
Not really.
Asahina's way more, she actually is a really well-rounded character.
Social interaction! Get it away from me!
What? I'm sorry.
I have a mind to blog
Shut in.
about this.
If I had to guess, I say you were an
Mystery
average
chick.
and
Yeah.
lovable. Ah, my suspicions are confirmed. Most interesting. We'll take note of this for future reference.
Okay, I'm hitting the emergency exit to this conversation now. Bye.
Nagi, is that you? Konnichiwa!
Oh, hey, what's up, Mizuna?
Wait, Mizuna, what? You're such a silly box
B-list.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, I know your name is
God.
Maisno, but wait, you remember me?
It's kind of nuts that like I don't even like. I know I don't care about Psyche as much as other people do. Like I just don't have the same connection.
Forget the little people.
Kinda, yeah. Wait, did you call me little?
Would you mind cutting out the sickening chatter?
Shut up.
You're causing discomfort in the esteemed gut of Byakuya Togami. Besides, I believe the mascot character is more
This
to
is a
blabber
voice from.
about.
Is this?
Sure do, Four
Is that little Karibo?
You're all finished
I know it sounds
introducing
weird because it sounds like the
yourself,
voice
right?
used for
You know
Pegasus.
each other good and proper. Awesome, now kill each other.
Come again?
You heard me. We're doing things up Battle Royale in here. Or Hunger Games if you prefer. You freaking weirdo.
You want us to actually murder our
I'm
classmates?
just gonna cut you out there with a yes. Let's face it, there's way too many characters here. Ain't no way people can relate to such a bloated cast. We got a thin.
You know what?
average
Accurate.
game.
They had to thin out the two least most interesting characters in the game right away.
Actual death causes.
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer. So here's a statement instead. Kill each other.
Like, are you, like, serious, like?
Murder is not welcome in a school environment. You have piqued the esteemed curiosity of Byakuya Togami.
Wait, why do we have to do the work? I mean, can't you just snuff out the least interesting people yourself?
You're just asking for death, aren't you?
No, you have to turn on each
I-
other. That way there's all
Hero
sorts
is
of drama
cool,
and
but also I was like so
suspense.
surprised he even
You know,
got to
friend
the end of the game
against
in
brother
Danganronpa.
against brother. That guy
Video games?
against, I don't know, the emotionalist broad over there.
You don't wash your hands after urinating, do you?
Oh, man.
My suspicions are again confirmed.
Anyway, get to it. Let's see some extreme murder up in here.
It occurred to me at this time that I could die at any moment.
Yep.
I figured the most prudent thing to do was lock myself in a room where nobody could find me.
I found you! Relax.
It's
Nagi-kun.
interesting how, like, the
My
anime
Nagi-kun is
must have,
going to
like,
keep you safe.
Wait, is that so?
Hi, you can trust me.
dwelled into like or
Fully
dived
but
into
you
more of
trust me,
Saika's
Dad.
personality
In a
than the
school
game.
where everybody's supposed to kill one another.
Of course, Nagi-kun. Now get some rest, Neko Kitty Cat. Yan
Neko Kitty Cat?
Why does my bed feel like knives?
Maizuna put them there to protect you. Go to sleep, Nagi-kun.
Please leave.
So any luck, guys? Did you find any
Oh, the
donuts?
music.
These are troubling circumstances indeed. This school environment is not welcome in a school environment. I mean,
This sucks. So many people. I can't stand people.
It's
I
fine
have
by
my
me. I'm certain we can all
thought about this.
coexist if we all work at it and get along.
She's still
Yeah,
relatable to me.
wow, this is crazy, dude. People quit cutting me off.
What about donuts?
That's all I gotta say.
It's only a matter of time before one of us commits murder. If I had to guess, I say it will be me.
you're underestimating my rising desire to kill.
Why are you all still alive?
Bagaru doesn't kill, he tortures.
And
desecrates.
I'd want to end somebody's life faster than you could say cyanide cookies.
Hey, I can't speak for everybody here, but I do not intend to kill anybody.
Oh, is that so?
It was then that I found myself staring down a sinister DVD, taunting me with its hastily scribbled title. I just knew that our kidnapper had prepared something truly horrifying for us.
You want to see what Maizeno looks like under those clothes?
I was both horrified and aroused. Aroused,
No,
you
don't-
might say.
it's okay,
That
it's
said,
okay,
there was
it's
no
okay,
way he was
Makoto, it's
telling
okay.
the truth.
Where did he get those pictures? Baka!
That would make Monokuma, like,
The internet touch.
Intriguing. You offered us all the
surprisingly,
same
like,
incentive of
100% more
wanting to
evil than he already
listen
was.
Don't act like you're not curious.
You're more perceptive than you look.
And if nobody dies in the next 2 days, you can expect to be flooded with other pictures.
Oh yeah, like what?
Boop, boop, boop,
Oh yeah,
boop,
kill
boop,
someone,
boop.
kill someone. That was interesting. I feel like it's like, can I be honest? Like, what are the I guess.
So, are you guys feeling the despair yet?
Hey, do I get one of those super duper high school titles?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'll whip something up for you. 1 sec.
What the hell? This is
Good luck.
stupid. Clearly inaccurate.
One of the biggest difficulties with
Dance, what about this?
What?
Oh, come on, you're generic as hell. You heard your voice? You sound like every anime protagonist ever.
Oh, would you give me something fitting already? Oh, screw
Oh
you.
god.
Boop, 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 boop.
One of the biggest difficulties with a bridge series is that like, I always feel like with a game like Danganronpa, I'd always be very like weary about like some sort of like a bridge series, just literally just because. I'm just being honest with you, just because. It's already a very funny game. So like to have these characters already outlandish and crazy, you're making them even more outlandish and crazy. It can get crazier. Like it's getting crazier. Like with the types of stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, it's a very serious show, even though it has some really crazy moments, and that's why it makes it so funny. But yeah, like that was cool. I didn't know they made an abridged series of Danganronpa. The next video is sent in by Kerbluffle, and it is the Scenery and Sentiment Mondstadt Edition Genshin Impact. So these are like stuff that, like, again, like I never see at all. Like, again, I don't go looking for videos about the video games I'm playing ever. Like, that's just something I don't do. So people sending me this stuff, especially like, you know, the guys understanding what's spoilery and what's not spoilery is also very, very, very appreciated. Very appreciated. So this is animated. Mondstadt is still one of the prettiest places ever I've ever gotten the pleasure of walking through. The entire place, by the way, the entire region is great. The city is great too, but like, absolutely great. Oh, there she is selling her flowers. It's crazy because like these characters are like, you know, at this point, well known, right? Like to the player at least. Season that chick. Oh, that pasta looks alright though. That pasta looks alright, in fairness. There's Timmy, waiting for his dad. This is really pretty. This is really, really pretty. Very somber as well. Oh, the Dawn Winery. I find the Dawn Winery such an interesting place. It's always the place that you end up in, isn't it? Man, I'd kill for a fireplace. Oh my god. Wait, who's sitting there? Who's that? Who is that? Who is that? Was that Jean and DeLuke? Just ultimately a very... Oh my god, there's what's her face? Ella with the hilly churls. There's Venti. It is just like, again, like, I think from the outside, and I didn't realize this until I played the game myself, it is an actually very somber and pretty and, like, emotional and important game that actually does mean something to quite a few people. It means something to me now. I talked about it, like, you know, as one of my favorite games I've ever gotten the chance to play. It's in my top 20 favorite games of all time now, which is insane to think about now when you think about it. Just because, like, I personally, like, from the outside, I always saw it as just like, again, you guys know the reputation that Genshin has online. I don't have to say that to you guys because it's a completely obvious thing at this point that a lot of people just think the Genshin games are just gacha games that have nothing really past that. For me, I just never thought about it. I was just like, I don't want to play that game because it looks like it's just a game like, actually, I'll tell you my exact impression of the game. I thought it was going to be a game where like it was just all daily commissions and stuff like this, and daily fights, and like a few cutscenes. Then when I played the game, I'm like, this has a full-on like story? What the hell? It was kind of shocking. The next one is sent in by KoIS, and the first one is called The Father's Gratitude, Bennett, Genshin Impact Comic Dub, Crowny Shorts. Let's check this out.
Hey. Can I talk to you for a sec?
So is the male Wander the canon Wander then, or is this like a fan-made comic?
Out there. I got all these scars from going out with him as well. But he's a good kid. You would never wish harm upon him.
Bennett, of course you wouldn't. Are you kidding me?
You're the first friend he has ever
No!
brought home. Please, take good care of our son.
No.
Bennett's adventure team assemble.
Him having two dads makes whole lot of sense. He's an adorable, lovely, lovely boy. Man, that is actually very sweet. That was very sweet. Bennett, I will protect Bennett with my goddamn life. I'm saying this right now, guys. I will protect Bennett with my goddamn life. There was another video the KoIS sent in as well. That was really sweet. And it is, what if twins acted like siblings IRL?
Sucks to be you.
I never... We got like, what, like 2 minutes of these guys at the start of the game?
Take my sister instead. She's been a villain since birth.
This is what like is so normal with except how most siblings work in real life. Like, if Lumine was the one being captured.
At least we'll have fewer people to feed now. Thank God.
Free me now! You hear me?
It's well done. It's really well animated.
Okay, chill out. I'll get you back later, or else Mom's gonna be furious. Now off you go.
What's like I do have siblings myself, so I do know that. Like, so there's little stories about like if they're what would they be like as siblings. That's really sweet. I do have siblings myself, and I do know that there is like this like kind of sibling rivalry that goes on. That's actually really funny. The funny thing about being a sibling, though, and I'll say this right now, no problem. Like it's a lot more like aggressive than people think, and people who are only children, you can tell when they write a show or a TV show where like when siblings are like so close to the point that they're like constantly just like sitting beside each other doing emotional conversations. A lot of times with siblings, and anyone with siblings can vouch for me, you will back each other up, you will fight for each other, but you're also like super awkward sometimes when you have to talk about like emotional stuff. You don't just go like, hey sis, or like, hey big bro, I didn't win the game today. That's okay, little bro. You know, it is a very like insulting thing. That's why like the new Avatar show is so weird to me, because it's like they took out a lot of the stuff where like Sokka is like insulting Katara, because they were like, man, that's just not okay nowadays. When in reality, like making like siblings like constantly insult each other. It's such a normal thing for like the older brother and the younger sister, for the older brother to be like, you're stupid, you're dumb, because that's like that's so normal. That's such a common thing. It's such a common thing. Yeah, and the next one is sent in by Malcolm Conde, and it's a SOMA story trailer. Now, I've actually played this game. Malcolm, great taste. Great taste. This game is terrifying. It's made by the people that made Amnesia, but it's absolutely terrifying. It's actually really, really good. Like, it's actually like I would say underrated. I would say it's super underrated.
It's my sincerest belief that we can go on living. It really makes you think about what it means to be human.
There's some parts in this game that are actually just absolutely horrifying. Like, they're really, really scary. And the fear comes from like, yeah, there's monsters. But I also like, it's also just this constant feeling of feeling uneasy in this game that doesn't feel good. It does not feel good.
Blacked out pretty bad. Can't remember how I got here.
What do you remember then?
I was in the pilot seat, dealing with some heat shields
and also, just like, the chase scenes actually are interesting. Frictional Games usually does chase scenes right.
How is this possible? Are you human?
There we go. It actually did come out on PlayStation. I played it on PlayStation. Can I be honest though? I don't think I finished it. Just because like the last mission was so freaking terrifying that I actually like, unfortunately didn't get to finish it, which is, well, like I said, unfortunate. I still own it. I still have it on the PlayStation. But I also know that like it was kind of like not disregarded, but it was kind of one of those things where like people were like, oh, okay, cool, and just moved on. Like, it's insane to me that like a lot of people don't talk about it more often, and especially like in the like I'm deep in the horror game YouTube scene with like watching horror Let's Players, and you never hear people bring up SOMA at all. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. The next one is sent in by Dodo Dan. It's the Monster Hunter Sunbreak free Title 5 update. Amatsu Risen Shigaru Magala. Dodo Dan loves a bit of Monster Hunter. It's always nice seeing a passion for a video game series.
Died once. I have nothing left to lose.
Again, like this is another thing. Like I don't really know. I don't really have the same like I don't. How do I say? I don't really like understand. I watch Monster Hunter from a distance usually, which is fine. You know what I mean? We can't all understand every game, you know? And Dodo Dan's helping us understand this. It's cool design on this. If this is the bad guy or the good guy, I'm not sure, but it's really cool. Like, these, like, monsters are, like... And a lot of people say, like, oh, you'd love Dragon's Dogma. Which is, like, oh, you love Dragon's Dogma, which means you probably would, like, be kind of into Monster Hunter. And, like, I totally believe it. You know, I totally believe... Oh, these are some really good, like... How do I say? They're pretty good, like, locations. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be looking at the armor. I'm looking at, like, the locations here.
This is the life.
I should be looking at something else, really, shouldn't I? That's just me to be like, there's a big story happening on the screen. Look at that castle in the background. What a good look.
Farewell, and stay safe.
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Okay, cool. Oh, I thought it was over. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. In June 2023. So this is just a video about, like, updates. Oh, that looks so cool. Are you kidding me?
Hold it.
Hold it. Great hair, by the way.
Something's off.
There's some great designs in these characters, too. I guess then this is a created character, right? The one beside her. The last additional... So there was, like, a last update to Sunbreak? That's cool. I guess they, like, it is one of those games that, like, is very single player. You can play it with people, of course, but it also, like, they do updates because they want people to continue to play it and have people, like, continually play it, I suppose. That's really cool. And I think that, like, with Monster Hunter, it's something that, like, eventually, like, we will have to get into, you know what I mean? But for now, I'm just kind of, like, in a, you know, we're so busy with stuff. But, like, I still feel like it's one of those games that, like, eventually I will, you know, it's going to come around the corner and we're going to get to it. You know what I mean? We're going to have to get to it. The next video is sent in by Nightmare444. And this is going to be another Danganronpa video. It's Shuichi's first day as a detective. Is it now? Would you believe it's his first day as a detective? And it's actually a very short video. Let's watch this.
So, do you recognize any of these men?
I was hiding in the bathroom stall, so I didn't see his face, but I heard him. He was singing along to the music at the bar.
Do you remember what he was singing?
Oh no, that's so good.
Familiar. Okay. Number one, could you please sing the opening to "I Want It That Way"?
Really? Okay. You are my fire.
This is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Number two, keep it going.
The one desire.
I've seen
Number three,
the first like 4 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I want it that way.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heart.
It was Kyo. It was Kyo.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now number five.
I never wanna hear you say.
This is like a top 10 meme in history, right? This is like a top 10 meme.
Oh, chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
It's still such a funny meme. Like, even to this day, it's one of the best memes ever. And it works so freaking well. Thank you for sending it. That was really, really nice. That was really nice to see that. Like, and especially in that context. The next one is sent in by Kelty Sterlate. Completely correct me if I'm getting the name wrong. But this is The Great Race, the official trailer. COAIV. I don't know what this is, but that's the point of this, I suppose. Apparently, this is for a video game that they are into, I think.
This is not a game.
Or maybe it's a game that's coming out. Cool little style. This is the type of style that, like, people would obsess over for years when we were kids, you know? The Great Race. Is it a racing game? I better be.
No matter how many times I race, I can't.
It actually has a really cool vibe.
Shadow.
Cars are ready. The crowd's on their feet.
Hey, buddy, watch out!
Whoa, there's like a thing attacking them at the same time? Just tire tracks on his face.
The race obsesses us.
Catch me, Ryder.
Catch her.
No one can fight alone.
This is super interesting to me. Like, I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of this in my life, but it's super interesting to me. I'll have to look into this more.
We're gonna get crushed.
Calvin's way of looking into things is probably searching it on like, what is this, and then never looking at a trailer again, because just in case of spoilers. By the way, I always get this idea. I watch video game trailers because people are sometimes like, oh, so you don't watch video game trailers? I do watch video game trailers. I just don't watch spoiler trailers. There's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, this is great. Like, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. Like, I don't watch the trailer that comes out like 2 days before the game's coming out. Is what I always say. Always feel like that's a silly thing to do. You know? I've never heard of this, but like the art style is really good. The animations are really good. What did you just throw? Thumbtacks? And so there's something attacking him. Call of the Abyss 4. What's it say? Identity? I've never heard of this in my life. And it's 3 years ago, so I imagine the game's probably out then, or maybe. Who knows? That's crazy. Yeah. I thank you for sending in stuff like that. Again, like I always talk about how like this React show, while it's just like a fun thing for me to do, it's also like the most like hold on a second here. Okay. So this next video is interesting because usually I put a 10-minute limit on the I put a 10-minute limit on all the videos just so like it doesn't get overloaded and we don't have this like 3-hour-long video. That, you know, it could definitely happen, like, because the thing is, like, if someone made a short movie or like a 50-minute movie, someone could suggest that, you know what I mean? And then I'd be here for hours. So this was a Danganronpa 3 v3 Ryoma Hoshi free time events, and we're gonna break this into 3 individual parts, because it's 28 minutes long. So obviously I'd say that's like 9 minutes a piece, I suppose, is probably the best way to do. So I guess we're doing this over 3 weeks. Let's do this. This is from Rainstorm Riddles, by the way. And this is Danganronpa 3 Ryoma Hoshi's free time events. This is something I didn't see at all because I didn't talk to Ryoma outside of the story once. Usually when I pick characters to talk to in Danganronpa, it's usually like a character that I think has like a cool style or something, and maybe I just didn't see him.
Hoshi, the man called the ultimate tennis pro, no longer exists.
Let's go.
I'm nothing more than his empty shell.
So this is the boy. A lot of people love him. A lot of people love Ryoma. A lot of people swear by Ryoma. Oh, it's so weird hearing this music again. Oh my god, it feels so weird for some reason. What's up? Your face says you got something to say to me. Should I hang out with Ryoma for a while? Sure. Did you come here to lecture me about not having the will to live? I'll sit and listen, if it'll make you feel better. I'll sit and listen, watch the fire to the ground, won't give my hand. John Denver? I don't know what it was, I just never, like, considered giving Ryoma... Look at all these gifts. Wait, did they, like, get all the gifts? This person's like really into this game. Well done. Oh, you've got good taste.
Yeah.
Hope we can return the favor, but I'm not great at giving gifts.
Hey.
Why did you come to talk to me? You probably just want to hear about how I took down the Mafia, right? What? That's not what I was playing at all. Really? You got a nosy looking face. Are you worried about whether or not I still care about tennis? For some reason, that's another thing busybodies seem to care about. No, really, I wasn't trying to... I just wanted to talk to you, Ryoma. Is that so? So I was the only one who was worried. I've still got a ways to go. Well, to be honest, I can't say that I have no interest in your ultimate talent. Well, that is honest. Aren't you a detective? Such honesty might be as foolish, you know. I suppose that's true, yes. But out of respect for that honesty, I don't mind talking about tennis for a bit.
Huh?
That's what I said, didn't you hear me? Now then, what should I talk about specifically? Ryoma looked downward in contemplation, yet his expression remained happy. It seems as though Ryoma had a lot of passion for tennis. He puts on an act like it's not a big deal, but clearly, yeah, that's definitely the impression I'm getting as well. He must be really struggling. I definitely get the impression that he is 100% into tennis still. How about you tell me a little about your friends from the tennis club? My friends from the tennis club? The one who sticks out the most is that one guy.
Huh?
Yeah.
Our team captain, the Prince of Tennis. I do regret that I was never able to break his zone. His zone? A skill where you can stay a single ball, a single spot and continually return the ball. Whoa, you can do that? Not me, our captain was the one who could do that. I was called, an ultimate, but compared to them, I've still got a ways to go. There was also an upperclassman in the club who was considered a genius. Me. Probably me. He developed counter moves that only he could possibly pull off. He was always smiling, but you could never quite tell what he was thinking.
Oh.
Speaking of that, there was another upperclassman. He must drink these weird drinks. They were so nasty I thought I was gonna die. It was that bad, huh?
Yeah.
He said they're made of vegetable juice, but anyone could tell they weren't normal. It's crazy, like, this is actually like a chunkier conversation than most of the first free time events are, aren't they? Isn't it? It's very chunky. I suppose it certainly wasn't boring. But it's a place that I've got nothing to do with anymore.
Sorry.
I was talking too much. You probably got bored listening. Chapter 2 and level 63. What the hell? Sorry I've wasted your time. See ya. Crazy.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. My bad about earlier when I said you had a nosy looking face. I mean, he's a detective. That's alright, Ryoma. It doesn't bother me a bit. He is a detective.
See ya.
Is that so? We'll see ya. Ryoma had, like, probably the most horrific, in my opinion, one of the most horrific deaths in the game just because of the sink incident. Like, the sink incident makes me, like, feel absolutely, like, disgusting whenever I think about it. I watched Ryoma walk away and return to my room. This killing game is the ultimate hunt's doing. What's their goal? Is it just making us kill each other? Doing Ryoma's voice always makes me yawn. It's probably because I'm doing this with my voice. If the one is for ultimate talents, then it's strange that they tried to kill us. Maybe they hate us so much, they want to kill the very concept of the ultimates. Ryoma and I grew a little closer today. Good! Would you like to give Ryoma a present? No, not really. Ah! I have to, there's like an ad popped up. I don't usually like using ad block because, like, you know, I do want to give creators something. There we go. But ads are like heavily copyrighted, which is insane to me. Well, I guess they don't want people parodying it, like making parodies of them. But like, man, like let people share your ad for Felix cat food. More people will see it.
What's wrong?
I don't think there's anything for us to talk about.
No.
I know Ryoma hasn't lost his passion for tennis. After listening to the way he talks about his old tennis friends, I'm sure of it. Maybe I can help Ryoma accept his feelings.
Hey.
What's the matter? Hey. I was just thinking about how fun your tennis stories are. I'd like to hear more.
What
you actually enjoyed those? What a strange guy. We talked about my tennis friends. What else did you want to hear? Maybe you have some stories about your rivals? My rivals. I don't know if I call them that, but there was some people. Do you remember the captain I talked about last time? The guy who used that zone technique? There was a guy who beat him. What? His zone was broken? Yeah. He used a technique called insight to see his opponent's weakness. He made full use of this technique to beat his opponents down. He was feared as the king of the courts. King?
However,
there are other with crazy nicknames like Child of God and Emperor. Child of God, Emperor? There are tennis players like that? Yeah, the Child of God's aura was real. Is this all references to the Prince of Tennis? All 5 of my senses were stolen at the end. I couldn't even stand. Your senses were stolen?
Yeah.
The Emperor's special technique was called Furin Kazan. I faced it once. But then he unsealed its true power, and it became Furin Ka in Zanrai. You need all those secret techniques for tennis? We'd all give everything we had. Being defeated only made us stronger. That was the type of world I lived in. So yeah, like I totally agree with Shuichi that he does still care about tennis quite a bit. This is beyond the realm of tennis. How did you get your sense back? It's foolish to assume your common senses apply everywhere. This is a good example, right? It's common sense to me, but not to you. I suppose so. Well, that's enough. Wait, so they're doing all the options?
That's true.
It must have been a lot of fun. What do you think that, you idiot? Well, because you look like you were having a lot of fun telling that story. There you go. You're right, I can't say it was boring. But that's an old story. Well, that's enough. Yeah, they're doing all the options, which is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Good idea, by the way. You're telling me to play again? Impossible.
No.
Well, I'd love to watch you play, but I could watch others play too.
Yeah.
Then when we get out of here, I'll see if I can get you into a match. But just so you know, I won't come with you. Well, that's enough. If I talk anymore, I'll start to remember things best forgotten. Man, like a lot, yeah, there is a little darkness behind Ryoma. You know, I mean, we know that we know there's a bit of a darkness behind Ryoma. Ryoma's death was very, very horrible, as we said. That's like a really horrible time for him. There we go. Thank you so much that's the first segment of this, and we will continue on with the next segment next time. If that's what they want. If you want to do a different video, we can do a different video next time. It's all up to you. The next video is sent in by Redacted, but I will say that before we go on there, Ryoma's a character. I know like a lot of people wanted me to talk to Ryoma. I think that's why this was sent in. A lot of people were like Ryoma. And it's one of those times where like I went with my gut more than I went with like, you know, a lot of people being like, hey, he is great. But like I don't have any disrespect towards him at all, because the next one is sent in by Redacted, and it is a Danganronpa. I think it's another Danganronpa. Is it 'Cause I'm a Liar Kokichi fan song, Vocaloid original. So again, I don't really know I've never, you know, I don't watch these myself in my spare time, but it's always good to see this type of stuff and see this type of things that people send in for the show, because it does open your eyes a little bit. Let's get it. It's called "'Cause I'm a Liar." I'm Supreme Leader of all evil secret organization. I gotta say, it's pretty impressive. My organization has over 10,000 members. Or maybe it doesn't, who knows? Or maybe it doesn't, brother! Cause I'm a liar. I'm a liar who lies. Kyoto. Man, such a good song. All videos, by the way, will be in the description below. Man, I get so heartbroken just even looking at Kokichi at this point. Such an interesting character at this stage. Like, lying genuinely makes things interesting for him, of course. I'm sorry, like I'm just reading through these lyrics, and I know I was being quiet there for a second because like I want to see how much they fit the character, and I think they really do. This was a very torturous time for Kokichi to be able to capture like what he was feeling is probably a really good idea or a really good thing. He lied to make things fun for him because the killing game was like actually not fun for him at all, which was his biggest lie, that it was a fun thing for him, you know what I mean? And I still think it's great with his character that even after all of this, like, people still question what he said, even the stuff he said at the end about everything being like true, like a lie. Was that a lie? It's like, it's so interesting, like to always picture it that way, you know? Peekaboo! If Kokichi said peekaboo to me, I think I'd hide for 3 weeks. Like, it's kind of crazy because it had such a great cast of characters. Without this boy, man, that game would be nothing. You know what I mean? He pushed so many things forward. Which is interesting because he like had masks when he was in his gang, the clown masks, which are really cool. Existence. There's the thing, it's like asking like, hey, am I a liar? Definitely was a big liar. Now, I think some of his lies weren't that harmful, you know? I think sometimes he was just being a little guy, you know? And we love you for being a liar. You do what you need to do. Don't listen to us. Oh, so it's actually ending here, okay. I was trying to stop them before the ads. Okay, that's cool as well. Again, like this, like I've never, like I love Kokichi, just so to see stuff about him is always very, very fun. He is my boy. He will always be my boy. Kokichi is my boy. The next video is sent in by Felicitas Felix, and it is the Gene Collected Miscellany Gene Gilding Breeze. So we just got Gene, which is nuts. So now we're going to be able to see her miscellany. Miscellany. No one ever asked me to watch these
when
ever.
Grandmaster Varka of Mondstadt
Ever.
Knights of Favonius left
No
on
one
an
does it.
expedition, his role passed to Jean, the eldest daughter of House Gunhildr. The young acting grandmaster had become a skilled swordsman through hard work.
And also has one of the best
He
outfits in the
works
history of
harder
video
still for the
games.
sake of the knights.
Lisa, I want to see Lisa again.
Sacrifice, after all, is the Dandelion Knight's path.
Dandelion Knight is
As the
such a great
wind
name.
continues to blow, so too shall I continue to fight.
Jean has excellent crowd control and support abilities, and can act in concert with others to suppress the enemy.
Look at that. So I need Amber in my team.
Jean's elemental burst can instantly restore her health, and benefit her allies as well, making her the pillar of any team.
Okay.
Even when cooking, Jean is always concerned with helping others.
Without outfit,
and
Jean's
can
always cooking.
accidentally make extra helpings. When Jean cooks a restorative dish perfectly, she has a chance
Wait,
to
for
create
real?
two of them.
There's
All the
features like this
better
in this
to face
game?
the battles ahead.
That's insane.
Jean can perform up to 5 consecutive
That's what we
normal
want. We love 5
attacks,
normal
dealing
attacks.
physical damage to enemies. Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina and unleashes a wind-infused thrust that deals high
Okay,
physical
cool.
damage and launches enemies. Launched enemies will fall slowly for a short time, allowing Jean to control the flow of battle and give her teammates a chance to perform
Oh,
follow-up
wow.
attacks more safely. Unlocking the talent Wind Companion gives Jean's normal attacks a chance to heal all party members on hit. This healing scales with Jean's attack power. Tapping her elemental skill Gale Blade causes Jean to gather formless wind on her sword and unleash a small storm, launching enemies
So
in the
people
direction
keep saying
Jean
that if
is
you did this
aiming,
with like hilly
dealing
girls,
animal
like it would just be the end
damage.
of them.
Holding Gale Blade constantly consumes Jean's stamina, pulling nearby enemies in front of her.
What the
And
hell?
allowing her to adjust the direction in which she wishes to launch
That's so
them,
cool!
dealing ammo damage. Enemies launched by Gale Blade will remain clumped together when they fall, making follow-up attacks easier.
Razor was there? No!
Gale Blade is a
No!
very flexible ability. Strategic use
That's
of
so
the surrounding
cool.
terrain will often amplify its effects.
Wind, hear me.
Elemental Burst, Dandelion Breeze.
Calling upon the wind's protection, Jean creates a dandelion field, knocking nearby enemies back and dealing animal damage. The field also quickly heals nearby allies and all party
Oh,
members.
wow.
This healing
We haven't gotten a
scales
chance to
with
even use
Jean's
that yet.
attack power. The dandelion field continuously heals characters within it, infusing them with animo, while dealing animo damage to enemies who enter or leave the field. Once the talent Let the Wind Lead is unlocked, using Dandelion Field will regenerate some
So we have to.
additional
So
elemental
getting
energy.
multiples of genes is how you
Jean
do that,
can
right?
help her
Unlocking
team
those
take
character
charge,
art stuff.
aid in their attacks, and do great damage through skillful use of her abilities.
Ah, look at the heels.
A well-rounded fighter.
Look at the
indeed.
heels.
Start the battle by using her
Calvin, here's the
elemental
tutorial about this
skill of nearby enemy
character.
groups
Me,
and
look at the
build elemental
heels.
energy. Then use her charged attack to disrupt their movements, allowing your party members to switch in, attack, and deal damage. When your party members have taken significant damage,
And then you can heal them.
use her elemental burst at the
Actually, a really good
opportune
character
moment to repel enemies and regenerate your team's health before beginning the next round
Really
of
good
attacks
character.
to finish the fight. Though Jean may lack experience, Mondstadt has only prospered since she assumed Varka's great responsibilities. Even I, who has seen countless people, must respect her desire to always defend
I like
Mondstadt.
when I got Gene, it was
But unlike
insane
most
because
who bear great burdens,
I didn't even know you could get this character.
This young knight has remained as tenacious.
I have a
as
lot of
ever.
respect for Gene.
How was her will molded, and what sustains her edge such that it
This is the
never
cutscene
wears
used in
down?
game.
If fate wills it,
Where did she get her
we'll
clothes?
find
That's what
the answer to
the
these
other question we
questions.
ask. Where'd she get her clothes? Cool. So there isn't that's actually I might rewatch that later as well. We'll have a little watch of it. Thank you for sending in Felicitas Felix. There is like this thing. I think a lot of patrons are like sending in Genshin videos, and every week they're kind of like, oh, which one is probably the best one to send this week? Which is the best to send this week? And I actually like really appreciate that. They're trying their best to make sure I don't get spoiled, but also at the same time making sure I'm informed as much as I can be, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. You wouldn't even believe. Really great. Really, really great. The next video, or the last video, was sent in by Jewpiker. And this video is a Deltarune unused sprite test cutscene. Yeah. Like, I always, like, find this stuff very interesting. But I'm also, like, really bad with this stuff as well, guys, because, like, I'm the type of person who, like, doesn't necessarily seek this stuff out as much. Until someone, like, shows me these things, you know what I mean? So, Deltarune is one of my favorite games I've ever played in the channel. PP Town, of course. Oh, so it's like doing test runs. Oh, that's cool. Is this actual unused, like, thing? It's very cool. Is this actually real, though? Because if it is, like, what would they use this for? I'm going home. What would they use this stuff for? That's pretty interesting. Again, like, stuff like that is, like, stuff, like, I've never, like, even, like, seen in these games either. Like, or, like, I've never seen from the games that I play on the channel even. Very, very, very cool stuff, though. Thank you guys so much for sending in all your videos. If you want to submit something for this series, it is on, all the information is straight away when you go onto Patreon. You can see all the different tiers of what you can get. I don't think I've ever really, like, for the new people who are watching this, maybe, I don't think I've explained exactly what you do get. Like, if you pay €3 or whatever, you get to submit to the React Show and ask questions for other shows. $5 gets behind the scenes. I am behind on that. I have to do 2 behind the scenes posts this week. I'm terrible. I'm behind on that. You get behind the scenes and everything previous as well, which is really cool. I hope. And then you also get, if you go 10, you get your name in every single video going forward, and all previous benefits. You get your name in every single video, and you get to submit to the community video every month, which is either just talking about stuff you're playing, stuff you're watching, or sending in art or things like that, stuff you're working on, and we talk about that. And the 15 and up is the Can Never Obey the Baby Gangsta tier, where you basically get thanked verbally every single time in a different way. I make sure to say your names. I think I've said these names just like this: TieFire02, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, Rachel S, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun Yuld, Radish, and Polka Girl. Honestly, as well, I think a lot of people get worried about this because they're like, I can only give for 1 month or whatever, and I wouldn't be able to, like, give another month. There's no, and any other person who has had to cancel their Patreon or whatever would probably tell you that there's never been any hard feelings, and we've had never been like a bad thing. You are giving to me, you are supporting me, and I can never repay that. That's why it's called Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsters. I can never repay it both monetarily and emotionally.